Let's talk about books, baby. Let's talk about what I read. Let's talk about all the good books, all the bad books read in the month of May. Tried to make it work. But this is my May wrap up. Got my handy dandy notebook. So let's talk about all the books that I read in the month of May. First, I completed my Chew graphic novel series by John Layman and Rob Guillory. Chew follows Detective Tony Chew, who is a cyberpath, meaning that he can consume human flesh and tell you how the person died, who did it, and what for. The middle volumes kind of go off into a side story following Tony's twin sister, who's also named Tony. But for the most part, the graphic novel series as a whole is really good writing wise, artwork. It is in a world where chicken and chicken byproducts have been outlawed because there was a avian flu that took out a large majority of the citizens of the world. But I really did like it. Not saga, not quite saga, but it's like middle way. It's right here. Okay, I gave volumes 7 through 9 3 stars and 10 through 12 4 stars. Then I read Gemini and Obsidio, which are book 2 and book 3 in the Illuminae Files by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I gave Gemini 4 stars. I felt like it definitely suffered from second book syndrome. It was harder for me to connect with the characters, and it took me about almost half the audiobook before I really got into the story. And I gave Obsidio 5 stars, even though I will say I felt the ending was too safe. I felt they left the ending open in case later on down, the line they want to expand the series. I was hoping more so for a divergent type ending, like how Allegiant ended. Yes, I was hoping for that. But overall, this is a very good series. It is a space opera. It's about this big organization, Biotech Industries, who bombs an illegal mining unit named Carenza, and we follow 2 sets of different people every book as they try to save humanity from Biotech Industries. And I would say if you can do the audiobooks, because it is a full cast, there is music and sound effects. Love it. Then I read The Beauty That Remains by Ashley Woodfolk. This is the book that I literally picked up because the author's name is Ashley, but I did enjoy it. I gave it 4 stars. It's about 3 teenagers who are brought together by music when tragedy strikes. We have, I'm probably not going to remember everybody's name, forgive me, but we have Autumn, who is struggling with losing her best friend in a car accident, and also her conflict over having romantic feelings for her best friend's brother. Then we have Sasha, who runs a music blog, and she is dealing with losing her twin sister to cancer. And then we have, oh my God, I'm not going to remember his name. We follow a boy, and he is dealing with the suicide of his ex-boyfriend by watching his YouTube videos, because he was a big YouTube star. And I just really I liked the characters, the development. It is a heartbreaking story, but I definitely recommend it. Next I read Tyler Johnson Was Here by J. Coles. I gave it 5 stars. And this book is a Black Lives Matter inspired book about a boy whose twin brother Tyler Johnson goes missing, and then a video surfaces of an altercation between Tyler and the police, and she's having to deal with the fact that the media, as they do a lot of times, is making Tyler out to be this thug and someone who attacked the police officer, and that's why the police officer shot him as he was retreating. But it also is having him deal with the fact that he didn't know his brother as well as he thought he did. Then I read Warcross by Marie Lu, which I love so much. This follows Amika Chen, who accidentally hacks into the Warcross tournament, and Amika thinks that she's going to be thrown in jail, because she also has a criminal record because of hacking into this major world tournament. But instead, she is brought there by Haido Tanaka, who is the creator of Warcross, to help him with an investigation of I think a big hacker is trying to destroy Warcross. I'm not going to say anything else because I want to, but I think that'd be a spoiler. But please, please, if you have not read this book, please get it. The conclusion is coming out in September, which is Wild Card, and I'd do anything to get my hands on the arc of that. I know that's not going to happen, but I just love Warcross. Then I listened to Because of Winn-Dixie by Kate D. Camilla. Give it 5 stars, of course. It's so nostalgic. This is one of my childhood favorite books of all time. And it tells the story of a girl named Opal who has just came to Florida. Her father is a preacher and her mother has abandoned them. And while she's in Winn-Dixie, she sees this dog destroying one of the displays for cans that they have in the grocery store. And in order to save the dog and for him not to go to the pound, she claims him as her own and she calls him Winn-Dixie, and Winn-Dixie changes her life forever. And all the characters, I just love this book. I feel like I'm going to say I love every book, but I did. Then I read the Divergent trilogy by Veronica Roth, which surprised me because a lot of people badmouth the Divergent series. So I went into reading Divergent thinking, I'm just going to read it because I had bought the first book at the thrift store and ended up truly loving it. The last book is not as good as the other two, but it wasn't as awful as everybody makes it out to be. I gave the first 2 5 and the last one 4 stars. Then I read True to You by Toni Carrera. I gave this book 3 stars. It was an e-arc from NetGalley in exchange for an honest review. And it is about this boy who gets kicked out of school defending someone else, and wrestling is his passion, so he goes out to be a wrestler. There he meets a guy and they fall in love, and it was just a really cute story. Then I listened to Saints and Misfits by S.K. Ali. I gave it 3 stars. It was alright. It wasn't my favorite thing. And so that is everything that I read in the month of May. This video is probably going to be terrible. It's probably going to be all over the place, but I've tried to film this already 20 times. So I'm just going to put this up. If you like this video, I don't think anybody will, but if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing and hitting that bell button so you'll be notified when I upload new content. And follow me on all of my social medias. The links are always in the description down below. I love hanging out with you guys, especially on Goodreads. That seems to be where everybody follows me. And until we meet again, bye.